Here's the one thing no one tells you about waiting. The worst part usually isn't the wait itself, it's the moment you think you're done and you're not. A while back, we waited almost an hour in line for the Superman roller coaster. We finally turned the corner that we thought was the entrance, and instead we found a whole second line we didn't even know was coming. It was awesome. Meanwhile, everyone who already made it through that line was flying by on the ride, and it felt like we hadn't moved an inch. That's kind of what a wilderness season feels like. You think you're close, then you find out, oh, there's more waiting than I thought. And none of it feels like progress. It just feels like standing still while everyone else is already on the ride. And when you've been waiting long enough, eventually you start wondering, am I actually going anywhere? That question, if we're not careful, can turn into a belief. If nothing is changing, I'm falling behind. We're used to progress having evidence, more weight on the bar, more playing time, better numbers, a bigger opportunity. Something we can point to and say, yeah, this is working. Unfortunately, the wilderness doesn't always give us that. We can be doing the right thing for a long time and still have almost nothing visible to show for it. And that's where it gets easy to mistake unseen progress for no progress. Think about how often the things you need later have to get built before you even know why you need them. Maybe this season is teaching you patience because eventually you're going to have responsibility that you can't rush through. Honestly, maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe you lost your role, your spot on the team, and it's just showing you how to be a good teammate before you ever have to be a leader. All right, I don't want this to sound like every difficult time is going to end up being good. I do think, though, that the difficult times don't have to be useless times. You can leave those wilderness times with something you didn't have when you walked in. I'm pretty sure we spend a lot of those wilderness seasons asking, when is the next thing coming? Maybe there's a better question, who am I becoming before it gets here? Or even, what's the blessing for me right now while I'm just wandering around? The opportunity changing won't automatically make you ready for it. A lot of the time, that part happens here before anybody notices, before the door you're waiting for ever opens. We did eventually get on that roller coaster ride, by the way, and it was worth every minute of that second line. There's more where this comes from, and it's straight from scripture. You can get the full version in this week's home team email, so check that out. Thanks for watching. I'm Johnny P. I love you.